Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode of Trash Talk, and this day's episode is going to be more of a special type episode with a special kind of kid. Today we're speaking to Zrumy mainly about the recent Hoopa stuff that's been going on.
Yeah, what's good?
Well, jumping straight into it, as we're sitting here, it's been less than like a day since Hoopa released his video. Just diving straight into it, I thought the video was pretty subpar, right? I thought that in like fucking normal terms, right, it was shit. I like I thought that the jokey parts, like Fabio said before we started recording, I thought like Fabio's part, Joe's part, and Azaz's part was good, right? Didn't take himself too seriously, whatever. And then you get to like Hooper's part, who like Jordan worked out had 3 minutes, around 3-4 minutes in his own fucking video out of 30 minutes. Like, I don't know how you managed to do that. Like,
He didn't even make he rarely even made like any points. It was just like him. One part he would come out of nowhere and then complain about something, and he would add a different part of somebody, and they'll complain about the same thing. Just
well, that's the thing, right? Is like, Hooper would say something, then Numas said the exact same thing, right?
yeah.
The exact same shit. And like, just to call it out, right? But by this, like, my Lupus video should be out on it. But fucking, he calls you racist, right? For immediately calling you a monkey.
It's just the whole thing. The whole thing was just hypocrisy. Like then he like fucking each part of the video he would just like call me a fucking monkey. Like Numis his part, and then claims I'm fucking racist. Yet at the same time, in voice calls he would like just yell at me the N word. He'd even call me an unhinged little black boy on text every time he got mad at me. So I just found that pretty ironic. And then he has the like audacity to complain about people saying the video is bad. It's just like
Yeah.
it was not worth 2 weeks of waiting and another 16 hours of waiting because this fucking Wi-Fi was dog shit. So it's
Well,
just
that's the
like,
thing, right? Is the hype. If there was no hype around it, right, and he didn't hype it up to make it this big video, right, I wouldn't have given a shit at how like low it was. I'd still make fun of him for it, but I wouldn't be this like annoyed, right? He's
yeah,
like hyping up like in chats.
it's just like fucking. He's changing up because when I first heard about the video, Base Day Zaz and Fabio told me that it was a joke video, so I believed it was a joke video. Then fucking Hoopa came up to me saying this was a video that's supposed to destroy your career or some shit like that. Some bullshit. He was going on Twitter like acting like this shit was gonna be the next big thing, gonna be the next content cop. I don't fucking know. But then he comes out making us wait hours for it to even fucking process, which is completely hilarious, which is completely funny. And then it uploads, and then now everyone's calling it dog shit. And now he's saying it's an experimental video. Like, make up your fucking mind. Which one was it? Was it a joke? Was it serious? Like, what?
Well, that's the thing, right? I take issue with the fact of like how contradictory he and the video is in general, right? You got Hooper who like says like, oh, it's like a serious video before immediately saying it's an experimental shitpost joke. Like, there's no like clear narrative. It's almost like they winged it, right? There's no like
Yeah.
good editing within it. Like, apart from like the parts that actually edit themselves, so like Fabio's part, Joe's part, Azaz's part, like it was intended as it was, right? Like Azaz, you could tell it's a satirical comment on like how Joe is. You could tell Fabio's was like this quick speed run of shit just to like poke fun at Joe and like whatever, right? He's just doing what he normally does, right? And then you have this Joe who again is just sort of like poking fun at you like about the VCs and like showing some clips, right? But then
He
you come
was
to
even
Onesie.
really. Can I like like fucking
Yeah, cool.
this show wasn't really making fun of me. He was kind of just like talking about random shit. That's what made his part funny. That's what
Well, that's the
happened.
thing, right? Is he was like interjecting random clips of you, like, I don't know, like being like a bit
Yeah.
retarded, right? Like, and then like pointing, making fun of it, right? It was like nothing like, oh, your content shit, your shit, like
Yeah.
whatever, right? But then, like, one of the best parts about it, right, is the fact that this video is like, he sent the screenshot right in the chat when we were in. The video was apparently, for everyone like listening, right, who like maybe doesn't know, the video was apparently 15 gig, right, which is a fucking large video. Which, like, for the outcome, I don't get, right?
Onesie's part, I mean, like fucking it was their like Onesie and Az's, the little fucking gay artist dude. I think their parts were both equally dog shit. But it's not even their it's not their fault that Hoopa didn't want to add any screenshots. And also they had a little bit of a bias, probably because they didn't really knew who I was before video even was announced. Hoopa just told him a bunch of nothing about me, a bunch of bullshit. So that's probably why they had a little bit of a bias in their video, which I don't really hate them for. But I still think they're a
Hmm.
bit fucking retarded. Or if you're gonna fucking explain the beef of something, don't have a fucking bias and then try to like insult the person you're trying to explain about. Is basically what I'm saying. It's his collab, and he still could even fucking take the time to put any screenshots or context of this shit that people were like saying. And then he had the audacity to put racist. Okay, all right, understandable. I did say a little bit of harmful, mean slurs to Agio, but
Hmm.
he has the audacity to put doxer in the thumbnail, which I kind of find a little bit weird. Even though he didn't even explain shit about doxing.
Well, like, I don't know if his thumbnail, right, was meant to be a parody of someone. He didn't make that clear, right? If you're gonna like make a parody thumbnail, like at least maybe reference it like somewhat at all in the description, in the video, whatever. He didn't mention it once, right? He he didn't explain it, right? Like
Yeah.
if you weren't like, oh, he's a doxer for this, like at least he has reasoning, right? You don't have to agree with it, right? But at least he's reasoned why he's put it in the thumbnail.
Yeah, I feel like his video currently is not doing as well as he really wanted. It's not doing bad, but it's not doing as well as he wanted it to do. So that's one thing that I'm trying to fucking laugh at him for. Like hype this shit up to be like the biggest shit of his fucking time on YouTube, just to come out with a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of regurgitated hypocrisy points, which was really funny.
Well,
And
like the thing is, right? Apart from the satirical comedy bits that I'm gonna sort of segregate into its own video, right? Like, you could cut that out, put that in its own video, it'll be fine. What I find is a lot of the points that were made had already been told to death, right? I've known you since I think what like June, July, nearly a year now, right?
yeah,
I made these points last year, like to you personally, and when I first met you, I made that video like giving a retrospective on everything that was going on with you, right? I made these points, like a load of people that made videos on you at the time, like Fees, when he made that shitty little video on you, he said the exact same points, right? Like
yeah.
everyone who made videos on you at the time and since have made those points. Like I genuinely thought he was bringing something original to the table,
Yeah, he
but he
played it out
wasn't,
to be
right?
like that too. Like I told him too, like this is exactly about Twitter beef, and then he explained fucking nothing that was not about Twitter. He only like one or two things he explained that was not about the Twitter beef, and then the rest was him complaining about shit off of Twitter.
Well, like the thing is, right, is like if he wanted, right, fucking he could have got me, right, and I could have done a quick overview of the Twitter stuff. I wouldn't have been
Yeah,
biased or whatever, right? But he's got people that dislike you, and it's like I get it, right? Like someone who dislikes you can still give like an unbiased opinion, right? But it is a bit harder, right? If like fucking Rome, for example, Rome's like trendy again, right? Fucking
uh,
everyone's wearing them like it's the next fucking like Louis Vuitton like fucking bag. But like at least I will give like a good like unbiased
yeah.
opinion if I'm reading out tweets, right? Before then talking about the situation. Like you're not gonna find me like read out a tweet and go, "Oh, that's fucking retarded," and then like continue reading it. Like I felt like the video had like a lot of bias towards it, when in reality it was more framed as like that content cop style video, which you just didn't deliver on.
Yeah, this is one thing he should have done. He seen Numis's part, which was completely hypocritical. So why didn't he just tell Numis, "Hey, can you redo this and make some points that aren't fucking hypocritical as shit?" It's his video. Why does he not like? It's his collab. Why did he not try to fix anything? He just sat there and just like, yeah, no, I can't fix it. It's your part. You just do what you want. I'll just put it in. He's such a fucking idiot. It's actually hilarious. Like,
But
bro, he could even add screenshots for a part of the like he couldn't add screenshots for literally anything. Like nothing he had proof of. So they could easily be debunked.
it's like
I was self-aware. Yeah, it was an experiment. I was
yeah,
self-aware.
I was self-aware. I was an experiment, and it was a shitpost, right? He
Yeah.
and Dead Meme Frog, like, but maybe about an hour or so ago, got into an argument about it on Twitter, like a bunch of replies and shit. And he's like trying to push this shitpost. Like, he goes from shitpost to experiment within minutes, right? It's like you can't say it's a shitpost, experiment, like serious and jokey video all at the same time. Like, it doesn't work, right? Like, you can
Yeah.
say like my part was serious and the rest was jokes, right? But like, you can't try and frame it as like this serious video when it just wasn't that, like, at all.
Yeah, and then fucking Dead Mean Frog was fucking spitting facts. I didn't see the tweets, but he did DM me on Twitter and on Discord about fucking Hoopa. He's just like
Hmm.
he said some shit about he said a bunch of shit like how I said about the video, just a bunch of hypocrisy. clearly shown, especially in the Numas part. So
Well, like I feel like we spoke quite a bit about like the actual video, right?
yeah.
But for you, what are you doing next? Like, how are you responding to this?
I mean, people on Twitter are already like fucking responding for me, calling him a fucking dumbass. So I probably might not need to respond, but I probably
Mm-hmm.
might watch it again on a live stream. Or I have this
Mm-hmm.
thing, and I might like make this short video and put it on my second channel. It's just like fucking me taking Hoopa's video, cutting every clip of it, like and like just deleting all the clips that isn't Hoopa's part, and then just putting his part together to see how long it is, and it was just to
Yeah.
see
Well,
how dumb he looks.
I feel like the video has received so much shit and backlash, and like I said, at the time of recording, I'm dropping a Loomis video on it tomorrow. Like, it should be like the fucking 3rd of May, right? I'm dropping a video on Loomis about it. Like, I feel like when your friends, when people who are in the video are saying the video was rushed, poorly made, and shit, right? Like, you shouldn't take it as an attack, right? Like, I'm not attacking Hooper here. I'm not like going, oh, you're some like fat motherfucker. Like, get to the gym, you fat
Yeah.
ass. Like, I'm not saying that, right?
Yeah, you should
I'm
get to
like,
the gym.
Real quick, while reviewing the footage for this, I'm not saying that he is fat. I'm just saying that I'm not attacking him for how he looks or physical features or just him in general.
like, you know what I mean, right? I'm not like
Yeah.
attacking him for his physical appearance or anything like that, right? I just feel like he needed to like make that better video, and like people in his video are saying it, right? Numas even agreed when I spoke to him in chat. Like Fabio agrees, Azaz agrees, right? Joe agrees. Like, again, if people in the video thought it was like a subpar video, you really need to just like accept it and move on, right? There's nothing you can do, right? Take doc, right? I couldn't really change it by the time like people started giving me criticism about the Lin part. I just had to take it, right? You DM me about it eventually, right? And we had a conversation about it, right? Like, there's nothing I can do, right? Like, I've just got to learn from it, move on, and accept that they like decrease the quality of that video.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's what he needs to do, but it's almost like, oh yeah, if it's not my part, it doesn't matter.
I feel like it's here's the thing about Hoopa and a lot of other people who make videos on me. They all tell me they really had nothing to criticize me on about that much. Like Hoopa, he bring up shit that didn't even fucking matter, like how the way he roast people. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? The way I roast people? Who gives a fuck about me roasting people? Get to the point. Get
Well,
to
yeah.
what criticize me, criticize my content, criticize this. Like the fucking how I roast people does not have anything to do. He had enough time to download every single one of my videos before I deleted them. For 2 weeks, they were up like 2 weeks ago. He had enough time to download every single one of them, and all of them are under 10 minutes. So that fucking 15 gigabyte bullshit that he's complaining about, it wouldn't really matter. I don't know why he's
Well,
like,
very hypocritical. Like, Numas, right? Criticizes your editing while he's not editing his video, he's bunged 2, 3 stills on the screen and he's
yeah,
doing gameplay, right? Like, I'm not saying like my editing, like for some of my like shit posts or any better, like my topic commentary stuff. I'm not saying that all, right? Like, fucking, it's lazy like topic commentary stuff, right? But like, come on, like if you're doing the big video and you're trying to go for that editing punch, right? That really overused editing punch, because it's like none of your business, right? If he edits or not, right? As long as the video's entertaining. But like, he's gone for that editing punch while not editing simultaneously. So it's just like, why? Like, why are people going for things that anyone can go for? If you wanted to, you could go at them for the exact same thing. I could go at them for the exact same thing, and they can go for me for the exact same thing.
yeah.
Because it's not about you as a character; it's about your content, which they said they weren't going to do, but they ended up doing it anyway.
He did that shit, and then he had the audacity to fucking message me on Twitter about his shitty ass podcast so I could join. I was like, no, fuck you and your shitty cast. He like said some shit like, "Do you
Yeah.
want to join the Madman podcast or some shit like that?" And then once I said no, he got fucking mad. He got mad and said, "Yeah, you're a pushy. You fucking, you're just like how you are. You can't put your mouth where your money is." Bro, what?
It's just like, I would have been completely fine with everything, but it's just like, I feel like they just need to accept video is bad, tweet about it, like say, look, we know video bad, whatever, right? Move on. Like, there's nothing wrong with admitting that you've made a bad video, right? I've made some shitty videos in my time, right? Fucking the agitate, like Lynn and everything, like shit, right? Just be open with it, admit it, move on. Like, no one cares, right? But it's almost becoming a big thing because they're almost in denial about it. But no, I don't know if you want to speak about anything else,
For
but
me,
I'm pretty happy with what we spoke about so far.
yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, that's fucking good convo. For me, like after this, after I do a live stream, probably react to that. The live stream would
Mm-hmm.
definitely be no, I don't even know. I just fucking record my whole reaction, cause yeah. But after all that, I was just like fucking basically. Yeah, I'd probably just stop talking to a lot of people in the commentary community. I probably might
Mm-hmm.
talk to some people. Yeah, like fucking you, Scorpy, Kanga, probably. I might
Yeah.
talk to like yeah, I'll still talk to some people, like probably Deb Meme Frog, probably Fabio, Azaz, probably them, but a little bit more people than that. But yeah, but I'm just like stop interacting with motherfuckers on Twitter basically, because they're kind of fucking degenerates.
Well, like the last statement I want to make is it's like before we end is like it's almost like your Twitter has been like the root of a lot of your controversies, right?
Yeah.
Like the like fucking Mystic stuff last year, right? Although it wasn't all over Twitter, right? There was a Twitter element to it, right? This Twitter element, right? If there was no Twitter beef in my replies about the trash talk shit originally, right? This video wouldn't like happen flat out, right? There'd be no incentive to make the video. So it's almost like if you do that, I feel like of course people are still going to criticize you because it's fucking YouTube and commentary, right? But I feel like you're going to avoid a lot of these petty dramas.
Yeah. And fucking
And yeah,
he did all this because I called him fat in Discord DMs, and I said you can't fucking box, you fat little bitch. I fucking called him fat on Twitter, and then he got angry.
well, in the words of Joey Gaming, don't call people fat because they might have like an unknown mental health disability or issue that you just don't know about.
Ah, fucking
So
Joey
don't call
Gaming.
people fat.
He's such a bitch for nothing. I don't know why. He's just like, and he's making a video on me too. Like, was the 35-minute one not enough? He said his new video is gonna be longer than 35 minutes, which is like, bruh.
Well, yeah. Like, and he's covering me, you, and Hoopa, which is going to be a fucking interesting take.
He has no fucking life.
And well, yeah, exactly. I think that's a great way to end the podcast. Joey Gaming has no life. So if you did enjoy today's episode of Trash Talk, I highly recommend you go and watch not Ace's fucking video. Fuck me, Hooper's video on the situation, just so you get what we're talking about. But I've been your host Samuel, and I will catch you in the next Trash Talk video.